Here we have a math problem in algebra 2. Okay, let's go to the question. Absolute value of x negative 5 less than or equal to 1 over 2. What is the least possible value of x that satisfies the inequality above? Okay, here we have to find the least value of x which can satisfy this inequality. Actually, it is an absolute value inequality. Okay, now let's solve this absolute value inequality to get the least possible value of x. Okay, now let me take the given inequality as it is. That is absolute value of x negative 5 less than or equal to 1 half. Okay, whenever I want to solve absolute value inequality, I have to take two branches. Okay, in both the branches, the stuff I have inside the absolute value as it is. That is, here we have to take x negative 5 and here we have to take x negative 5. Okay, in the first branch, we have to take this inequality sign as it is, that is less than or equal to. In the second branch, we have to flip this inequality sign, then we get greater than or equal to. Okay, in the first branch, we have to take this 1 off as it is. It is a positive, this positive value should be taken as it is. And in the second branch, we have to change the sign of this value. Already it's positive 1 half. When I change the sign, it will be negative 1 half. Okay, now we have to solve each inequality separately. Okay, to solve for x in this inequality, I have to add 5 to both sides. When I add 5 to both sides, here negative 5, positive 5 will cancel. I am getting x less than or equal to, when I add 5 and 1 half, I am getting 5 and half. Let me write it over here. Now to solve for x in this inequality, I have to add 5 to both sides. When I add 5 to both sides, negative 5, positive 5 will cancel. I'm getting x greater than or equal to. When I combine a negative half and a positive 5, I am getting a positive 4 and half. Okay, here we get the result x is less than or equal to 5 and half. And here we get the result x is greater than or equal to 4 and half. Okay, now let me draw a number line over here and let me mark the smaller value. So here 4 and half is a smaller value and the bigger value is 5 and half. Okay, since x is less than or equal to 5 and half, we can take a filled circle over here because less than or equal to, that is x can be equal to this value or less than this value means we have to draw a line to the left side of this value, and here x can be equal to 4 and half or greater than 4 and half. Since x can be equal to this 4 and half, we can take a filled circle over here. Since x can be greater than 4 and half, we have to take a line to the right side. So when I do so, this is the interval of solution I'm getting for this absolute value inequality. That is, x can take a value from 4 and half to 5 and half, any value. So in this interval, clearly the smallest value we have for x is 4 and half. That is least possible value of x that satisfies the given absolute value inequality is 4 and half.